It takes a lot to get George best away from football, but one thing always works. His mum's cooking, especially when it's Cookstown sausages. Dependably fresh, dependably delicious. George loves their pure meaty goodness. So do all the family, cause Cookstown sausages make a real big meal.
What the man means is Cookstown are the best family sausages.
Buy Cookstown sausages.
Proves umpteen times in a mile what you get with a seatbelt. It's not just for the odd shunt. It makes you comfortable, you're relaxed in your seat, you can concentrate on control. Everyday driving too, with so much traffic about. It's not just for the once-in-a-lifetime shunt. It's for everyday comfort. You can't do much to get away from the traffic these days.
Be like Paddy Hopkirk. Wear your seatbelt always. You know it makes sense. Whoop.
My troubles were soon over. I even got a bonus last week. Oh, yes, I say thank you to Lifebuoy toilet soap.
You know, personal freshness is important for everyone, men as well as women, and all year round, too, not only in summer, but also in winter. Because, you know, we wear lots of clothes and try and keep our rooms warm and cozy. So quite often the atmosphere gets rather hot and stuffy, and some people may perspire quite a bit. Now, that's where Mum Roulette, the first ever roll-on deodorant and antiperspirant, is such a blessing. In one gliding action, it stops odor and checks perspiration for a full 24 hours. And Mum Roulette is so economical, too. No drips, spills, or waste. By inverting the bottle just once, just the right amount of lotion is obtained from one application.
Something was wrong with Joe, too. Off his food, by the look of it. No, it wasn't Joe that was off. It was the cold meat, which was just about ready to go for a little walk on its own. Oh, dear, said Ellie, and hurried off to dump the lot. Obviously, the hot weather had done for it. The next, the butter was ready to run off the dish. And it soon became clear that the cheese wouldn't be far behind. By this time, the hungry Joe was beginning to get desperate. Oh, well, let's try and pacify the man with a nice cup of tea. It usually works wonders, doesn't it?
Look at that. We'll have a cup of tea.
Now, what goes on in this house, eh? Every summer it's the same. Food thrown away.
Well, you can't help it in this hot weather.
Well, it's daft, that's what it is.
Couldn't happen if we had a fridge.
A fridge? Well, that's it. Oh, why haven't we got a fridge?
Well, you can't.
Home service section. Mrs. Norris speaking.
This is Mrs. Barnes. I'm so sorry to trouble you.
Why, of course it's no trouble, Mrs. Barnes. As I told you, that's what we're here for.
That is sweet of you, Mrs. Norris. Do you know, I do feel a fool. I'm sure it's my fault, but I still don't seem to have quite got the hang of it.
Don't worry, Mrs. Barnes. Between us, I'm sure we'll sort things out.
Couldn't you come in the morning?
All right, 11 o'clock tomorrow, then.